will be in Kaiga power station, which is in Karnataka, or it is in Punjab. That is Jalandhar power station. The Pondicherry government has got all the tie-up with all these power stations. So now if you have got tie-up with the SAARC countries means, so automatically, because you know Bhutan is one of the most loveliest country by means of nature, all scenery spots, and that country has been blessed with the abundance of water reserve. Okay, so what we will do with our Bhutanese agreement is, we will export oil to them, in turn they will export power to us. Because in our country we have got large power is needed for most of the factories. So Bhutan will support us with power, electricity, and we will support them with the energy, namely the fuel energy. Okay, so the ambition of the SAARC countries is to reduce the I2R loss, not only within the nation. Here you can able to see how much amount you see. The transmission and distribution loss, probably you might have studied the subject called the transmission and distribution. India has got 22%. China has got only, China is the biggest country. China has got the biggest country. It has got only 9%. And Delhi, the most populated, densely populated region in our country. In those days itself, Delhi has completely abolished by means of petroleum fuels. Only they use compressed natural gas. And Delhi is a place of government offices only. Okay, and the Tamil Nadu has got 17%. We are bounded with the Tamil Nadu state only. So here you can able to see the different types of the installed power capacities. So I will skip all these things are statistical informations. So here you can see a comparative analysis of power generation in India. The India's power source as of January 31st. Okay, so installed capacity in terms of gigawatts as well as percentage of share. So almost till now, this blue portion is nothing but the coal. Blue portion is nothing but the coal. And this orange portion is nothing but the hydro. Then the grey portion is nothing but the nuclear. Nuclear has got lot of disputes. When Kulungalum power project has been erected 10 years back, we have got lot of projects. And here you see small hydro. Now you need not go for big hydro power plants. How many of you have visited Mettur power station? Yeah, good. So Mettur has got the Mettur power station has engulfed a lot of villages. During summer season, we can able to see the tomb of the church, the ideals of the temples, all those things we can able to see. But if you see northeast, if you go to northeast, they have got lot of small, micro and mini hydel power plants. Then you see solar energy. This is the most important thing. Almost 21.52% share has been produced by the solar energy. The days are not so far away. We are counting the days that everyone will be landing into the solar energy. Yeah, here you are able to see out of the total installed capacity, thermal is found to be the major supporter, like the salt and pepper. Okay, thermal, bread and jam, like that. Thermal and hydro is going to be the major thing. That is a small share with respect to the renewable energy system. That is the yellow shade. And then you see the next one, captive based power plants. Most of the industries, for example, Reliance or Adani Power, whatever may be the industry, every industry have got their own captive based power plant. And in captive based power plant, we have got lot of job opportunities. So energy saved is equal to energy produced. These are all the bar charts. So here you can able to see right from independence. Our system is purely bounded with the England, that is nothing but the United Kingdom system only, British people system only. We are not bounded with the American system. Okay, right from independence, the transmission and distribution laws has been growing only. It is not reducing. It is growing tremendously. So, as the power engineer, it is the responsible of the power engineers, because, for example, instead of depending the power for this college from Pondicherry headquarters or from Velinur substation, if you have your own power plant means one of the possible solution, you can able to avoid the transmission and distribution loss. So rural electrifications. So energy is found to be the important contributor for economic development in any country. If you visit, if you see in our cinematic locations and all, if they show a foreign country, means they will be showing that country with all illuminated buildings. Okay, so that we will have more attraction. So why they have got illumination? Because they have got surplus amount of energy. Okay, till now statistics tell that the USA is going to be so much of powerful because they have got abundant of resources, either in terms of coal or in terms of oil or in terms of renewable energy sources. So the rate of economic growth is directly proportional to the demand for reliable energy supply. We need reliable. During this class, we had 2 times interruptions. That interruption we don't want to have. Okay, that is called the reliability. So, reliable energy supply we need. So, electricity is the most convenient form of energy and the most prominent form as the energy input with respect to actual consumption. So, if you visit industry, they will speak only with respect to 2 energies. One is input electrical energy and the other one is heat energy. From electrical energy, they will develop the heat energy, then only they will make the products, either this mic or the fan, whatever may be the things. So 2 are the most important forms of energies. So with respect to the commercial and non-commercial energy, so commercial energy is the energy available at price. Whatever energy that has been available in the market for a price. So if I am telling you, you have this one at free of cost, then for anything that has been given free, it has not got any meaning. So what we are selling that energy for a price. So examples: electricity, coal, lignite, oil, natural gas. And what do you mean by non-commercial energy? Non-commercial energy is the energy not available in the market for a price. So firewood, cattle dung, agricultural waste, solar energy. Solar energy we are replacing means we are not going to pay the money for the sun. At free of cost we are going to get. Animal power. Okay, and wind energy. Wind energy also at free of cost. Only the capital investment we are going to make. So here you can able to see the complete picture associated with respect to biomass, solar, geothermal, wind, water and all. And then you have the stocks of energy. Okay, that is nothing but the non-renewable energy, and this one is nothing but the renewable energy source. So I will skip off this one, 2 forms of energies. So now this chart is highly interesting. Now you see here on the first pie chart, that is with respect to the population. So developing countries have got a population of 80%. Developing countries have got a population of 80%. Whereas developed countries have got a population of 20%. Okay. Whereas if you see the energy consumption, for this developed country 20%, their energy consumption is 60%. Okay, population is limited, but consumption of electricity is more. Whereas for the developing country, we can have our country itself as one of the developing country. In the developing country, for 80% population, we have got only 40% with respect to energy consumption. So there itself mismatch is taking place. You all know that there is a very important power balance equation. Power generation is numerically equal to power demand plus power loss. For example, tomorrow Pondicherry state is needed 2000 megawatts of power, means today itself they have to predict it for 10, 9, 20, 25. With respect to Puducherry state, they need 2000 megawatt of power. So that will be injected into that communication will be given to the load dispatch center. We have got the different load dispatch centers, and the headquarters is in Bangalore. In that load center, they will tell, and they will govern the 2000 megawatts of power to our place. If less than 2000 megawatts of power has been given, means then our government, what they will do is they will penalize the people who have made the treaty with us. If you are asking 2000, and if you are surplusly, if you are consuming more, means then they will penalize us. Both the things will happen. Okay, under extraction and over extraction, both the things there will be possible. So this is most important. Why we want to do the research? Why we want to develop the system? Because we have got a huge population, and for that population, the world's energy share is very, very less. So this was the thing I told. That is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India, in the Independence Day message, he told by 2020, energy security through enhancement of our oil and gas exploration and production worldwide should be achieved. Even in Pondicherry, you have got one Kaveri Basin in Karaikal region. So there they explore the oil content by means of an organization called ONGC, Oil Natural Gas Corporation. And by 2030, the year is not so far away, another 5 years' time. So India should achieve energy independence through conventional and non-conventional energy sources. I am not meaning that always you have to go for solar energy, always you have to go for wind energy. So you slowly switch over to the new technology. Not at a stretch, you need not switch. So this was the statement that has been given by our former president. And these are all the renewable energy plans. So almost each and every renewable energy is not a unique entrepreneur or a startup should promote that one. Each and every individual should promote. The 5-year plans, how much amount of statistics information, you can have a glance at all these things. And India's energy sector, okay, so the energy sector has been growing rapidly, and the expected investment during the current 5-year plan is $300 billion. That means, you see, the country is investing a lot for the manpower who work in electrical sector. But trained manpower is not present. In the next 10 years' time, more power generation capacity is going to be added than in the last 60 years. So last 60 years, there was one statistical information. Right from independence till 2000, India drawn only 1 lakh megawatts of power. From 2000 to 2010, an additional 1,15,000 megawatts of power has been drawn. And in 2010, it was 2,15,000 megawatts. Right from independence, 1947 to 2000, it was 1 lakh megawatt of power has been drawn by the consumers. From 2000 to 2010, it was additional 1 lakh. Within a short span of 10 years' time, they have drawn 1,15,000. For 60 years, they are drawing only 1 lakh. But within a short span of 10 years' time, they have drawn 1,15,000. So the growth rate is tremendously increasing. Okay. So for that, we have to concentrate. So India's past installed capacity was 220 gigawatts. India made an installed capacity of 306 gigawatts by 2017, and by 2032, installed capacity needed will be of 750 gigawatts. It does not mean that all the 750 gigawatts of power will be produced only from the nuclear or thermal or hydro. It is the responsibility of the solar system, wind system, like that different renewable energy systems will be responsible for the production of that 750 gigawatts of power. And this is the statistical chart with respect to contribution of the renewable energy power mix. And these are the global reserves, and in that I will come out with this 3 important years. So what it states that the global energy reserve will be available, oil will be available only for the next 45 years, and we are going to witness that one. After the 45 years, the Gulf nations will tell that we don't have oil with us. You depend on yourself. The gas will be available only for the next 65 years. Russian Federation, what they will tell is, for after 65 years, you don't come to our country. You depend on your own cooking fuel. And the coal will be available for next 200 years. And that too has been reduced to 114. Probably, we will not be witnessing this one, coal shortage. But every one of us will witness, probably you will witness the oil as well as gas shortage in your lifetime. You note it. I'm sure on my statement, because my teachers have told that because of polluting the energy, you will get increased diseases. My teachers have told that because of polluting the energy, you will get increased diseases. Then we laughed during that time. Why this sir has been telling that if you pollute the electrical energy, how the increased diseases will be there? We witnessed the most deadly waves, corona waves we witnessed. In a similar manner only, there will not be oil, there will not be gas, and you are going to witness that one. Probably our generation will be witnessing the absence of coal also. Okay, during that time, and people also have predicted that all the thermal based power plants will be converted as biomass gas reactors. We will be having large amount of bio waste, and that bio waste will be burnt in the thermal based power plant, and then they will extract the steam and then they will produce the energy. Statistical information. Here you can able to see the various countries who have been pioneer enough. Okay, USA, Canada, France. USA, Canada, France, Russian Federation, UK, China, India, followed by Japan, Malaysia, Pakistan, Singapore. Almost the total world's primary energy consumption is 9,741 million tons of oil equivalent. One ton of oil equivalent is equal to 160 barrel liters. Okay, so we are standing in that 7th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of this one, 9,741. Our share is almost of 345.3. Okay, so and you see the USA has got 2,297.8. Always we compare with the well-developed nation only. And this was with respect to the final energy consumption in terms of electricity billion units, coal, lignite, natural gas as well as oil products. And this is why you can able to see the pie chart. With respect to the energy consumption, industry is consuming more, followed by agriculture, followed by residential, and transport also is consuming more. And these are all the money that has been pumped with respect to electricity when the country is putting the budget. Okay, in terms of crores of, and this was the statistics I told. Okay, right from independence, it was 1 lakh megawatt. From 2001 to 2012, it was 1,15,794 megawatts of power has been consumed by the people. So there is a much awareness with respect to power consumption by the government of India. And India's energy need, okay, we have to concentrate with respect to per capita energy consumption. Okay, so per capita energy consumption is just 4% of United States of America and 20% of the world's average. The per capita energy consumption is likely to grow in India with growth in economy, thus increasing the energy demand. And energy intensity, it is the energy consumption per unit of GDP, that is nothing but gross domestic product. 6% increase in gross domestic product. If you want to increase the production, you have to increase 9% increase in energy demand. Now our present government is going for Make in India. So when you want to increase all the products, so 9% increase you have to make with respect to the energy demand is concerned. And these are all the long-term energy scenarios. So with respect to coal, with respect to oil, you see, in 1990s and all 50-50, we imported as well as we exported. Whereas in 2020, violet refers the net import. We imported most of our oil needs, and we produce only limited. Out of 100%, 92% we imported from other countries. Because of that one only, the government, when it is rising the petrol price, we are keeping mum. Okay, and petrol price was found to be very low in Pondicherry. If you go to Visakhapatnam, Vizag, okay, there they are selling 1 liter 130 rupees, whereas we are paying only 100, around 97, 98, like that we are paying. And this is a global oil reserve, so the oil gets very diminished. Okay, it is like drop by drop only. Half of the oil has gone in the past 150 years because of usage. So energy security. So in that one, we have to build large increased capacity of fuel switching, and we have to develop all the renewable energy sources, systems. And this chart is highly interesting for us. You see, on x-axis, it is with respect to time. On x-axis, it is with respect to time. And time means 1000 BC, before Christ. And 1000 AD, after the death of the Christ. And now we are living in this era. Almost in this era, we are living. Okay. And it has been predicted up to 4000 years. But in 4000 and 3000 itself, in 2000 itself, we will we will vanish off with the fossil fuels. Either coal or oil or natural gas. Then you will not be having any usage. You will not be having availability of this coal. Or you will not be having the availability of oil. Or you will not be having the availability of natural gas. You see the statistics. 60% of resources of world consumed so far. Okay? Almost we are consuming maximum. We are in the curve is in the decreasing pattern only. You see, peak point we have consumed the electricity. So that one only the government slowly have taken the steps to promote the non-conventional energy sources. Earlier there is only one ministry, and that ministry is governed by the power ministry. But now we have got Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Source. So all in terms of the next 100 years. And here you can able to see the global warming. Okay, so previously we had incandescent lamps. Even today in markets, if you go, you can able to see the presence of the existence of the incandescent lamps. Followed by which we have got the compact fluorescent lamp. So here you can able to see one statistical information, that is the incandescent lamp of having a capacity 60 watts is generating carbon dioxide emission of 65 grams per hour. Okay, the incandescent lamp is generating carbon dioxide of emission 65 grams per hour. And that carbon dioxide, if it is not reflecting back to the universe, it will act as a blanket. And that blanket, what it will do? It will do this activity called global warming. So now I have told only carbon dioxide. But you have got principal pollutants in our thermal power plants. Namely oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, oxides of carbon. All these pollutants have to be diminished. Then only the blanket formation of the gases can be avoided. Otherwise, if that gases have become a blanket means, then warming will be taking place in the globe. And to replace this one, people have been going for the compact fluorescent lamp, 15 watts. And that is generating 16 grams per hour. But now we have gone still advanced. That is, we have gone for LED lamps, light emitting diode lamps. So now here you can able to see a comparative label. This label will be seen in all of our power gadgets, especially in air conditioners, washing machines and all. So now if all the stars have been shaded means it is a good energy efficient product. And if only less stars have been shaded means it is a least energy efficient product. So what is the thing is, for a good energy efficient product, the power consumption is 383 units per year. Whereas for a least energy efficient product, the power consumption is 1059 units per year. For a typical example. And one more thing is, if it is going to be a good energy efficient product, the capital cost will be more, whereas the running cost will be less. If it's going to be a least energy efficient product, the capital cost will be less and the running cost will be more. So now the choice is given to you. That is, you want to buy a quality product or you want to buy an improper quality product. Okay, similar to that one only, electricity also will be there. In future, the electricity will become like a commodity. It will become a product. If you want electricity for all the 24/7, you have to pay more. If you want to have a very polluted power means, you can pay less. It all depends on the individual person's will. And these are all the reforms the government is making with respect to coal. They extract the coal from other countries. With respect to oil and natural gas, they are given license policy to other kingmakers for developing the system. And with respect to power reforms, they have separated the generation, transmission as well as that of the distribution. And these are all the things. I will skip off this one. And this is a very important act, Electricity Act 2003. that has been given by our parliamentarians. So now, whatever activity, the electrical business, the total electrical business that has been done in the country is purely based upon this particular law only. If you see this law, it will be a big voluminous dictionary book. We have synthesized in a single slide. And what this law tells. Okay, the first Electricity Act law was passed by the British people in the year 1910, not 1947, 1910. And slowly it was taking different shapes. And they have created this act. Now we are in 2025, but still we obey this act. Because when they devise an act, they will foresee that act for another 20 to 25 years. Okay, anyhow, soon this act also will be changed. And this name of this act is called the Energy Conservation Act. Energy Conservation Act. So what this act is, it consolidates the laws related to generation, transmission, distribution, trading and use of electricity. That is the very important thing, power trading. Now we have got lot of, if you are after completing your BTech, you can go for MBA. When you go for MBA, you can choose different disciplines. MBA Marketing, MBA HR, like that. There is also another MBA for electrical graduates called MBA in Power Trading. So power trading is a very important sector where you can able to auction the power. I told the example. Tomorrow I need 2000 megawatts of power means in the power market. How you have got the stock exchange market, in the similar manner you will be having the power market. In the power market you must bid it. Then only we will get 2000 megawatts. So for that there will be separate engineers to do this bidding activity. So trading and use of electricity, that is also most important. You must properly use electricity. If you have been properly using the electricity means you will be given incentives. If you are misusing electricity means you will be given penalizing. The government will punish you. So general measures for developing the electricity industry, promoting competition. If Pondicherry government only offers power means whatever they tell we have to obey. If there is competitors, previously there was only BSNL. Whatever service they give, we will have our phone and then we will make all our connections. But now you see, we have got Airtel, we have got Aircel, different types of power, telephone service providers are there. Protecting consumer interest. Everywhere we will be protect the consumer. As a consumer, our interest should be protected. Even Pondicherry government is regularly conducting the grievances meet. Especially they will conduct in the Ram International Hotel by an organization called JERC, Joint Electricity Regulatory Commission. Whatever grievances I have, I can able to raise in that forum. Okay, supply of electricity to all areas. It does not mean that the government will provide only power to Nehru Street or Beach Road or MG Road. All areas, all the suburbs, all the villages, we must have the power. And rationalization of tariff. Normally what we will have is, you take a flower, the flower vendors. If you go and inquire what is the price of the flower in the early evening, namely 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, the cost will be very high, they will tell. But if you go and inquire the flower in the late evening, around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, they will reduce the price. Okay, in the similar manner only, when there is peak power consumption, you should not consume the power. During peak hours, what is called the peak hour? Morning 9 o'clock, morning 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, they are all peak hours. During the off-peak hours only, you must consume a major amount of loads. And here you can able to see the grids that has been available in the country. Northern region grid, load dispatch center, eastern region load dispatch center, western region load dispatch center, and southern region load dispatch center. And these are all the power positions. Statistics I will skip off. And now our country has gone to north, eastern, western grid and southern grid. Even the story is not completed. Now, because of all the electrical reforms, the country has got only one nation, one grid. How they are telling one election, one country like that. In a similar manner, out of 5, from 5, they have restricted to 2 regions. From the 2 regions, they have restricted to a single region. And this one is the development of the national grid plans with respect to 400 kV. So washing machine is meant for washing the clothes. So there if you take, they have adapted the fuzzy logic principle. Okay, so you have got two logic states. One is 0 and another one is 1. If 0 means null condition, 1 means on condition. So what happens between 0 and 1? You will be having 0.01, 0.02, 0.03. So that will be incorporated in the fuzzy logic by means of a lookup table. And that lookup table will have the set of rules. And using that rules, we can do our operation. So that is called the intelligent. So that intelligence is nothing but your artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is, we cannot separate. Artificial intelligence will be meant only for the CSE stream, computer science stream. It is also meant for our electrical stream. So now we have got the SCADA system. SCADA means supervisory control and data acquisition system. By sitting in this room in Punjab or in Jalandhar or in Haryana, what is the power that has been consumed? But now we have got the energy management system and the employing specific unit called phasor measurement unit. How much amount of voltage magnitude is consumed and what is the phase angle? Because we enjoy the electricity means it is purely because of synchronized state. You might have studied the synchronism when you want to do the parallel operation of generators. So two voltages should be same, two phase angles should be same. So phase angle of this generator and that generator differs means automatically loss of synchronism. And we cannot achieve the stability. So phasor measurement can be made. And here you have got the distributed generation. So distributed generation means, so we have got all the different types of systems that is taking place. Namely the renewable energy systems. In your campus, if you mount a solar system over the roof, then that is called the distributed system. Okay. Then all these things comprises a smart grid, smart system, self-healing, self-autonomous, okay, a resilient system. That is called the smart grid system. And this is our today's central utility. Okay, if you go to any place, if you see the power map, this will be like this. You'll be having a central station, you'll be having industry consumers, you'll be having domestic consumers. But in tomorrow, you'll be having different types of aspects. You'll be having decentralized. So now this is some of the fundamentals aspects with respect to the solar energy system. So when you go for solar energy, you must concentrate on the solar radiation, solar constant, okay, and what is the solar insolation and all. I will leave this one, you can just have a go through, and these are all most important informations associated with respect to the solar system is concerned. And this one is a flat plate collector. Everywhere we tap the sun's energy in two forms. One is the thermal root form and another one is the photovoltaic form. In thermal root form, we will be using for water heaters. So one of the major consumption of electricity in all of our homes is nothing but the water heaters. Especially during the winter season, every one of us, what we will do? In our washrooms, we will switch on the heaters and it will go. Electricity bill will be just like that shooted up. And our parents are deeply worried regarding the usage of that one. So now, instead of that one, if you are going for these flat plate collectors, the sun's radiation will be falling over the panel, and here you have got the tubes, and the tubes will absorb the heat, and in turn you will have the circulation of the hot water. If you visit Bangalore, in each and every home, they have the solar panel or not, that is irrelevant. But these water heaters, solar water heating mechanism, they are mounted. Then only they will give the electrical connection. So only if they make stringent action, then only the consumers will obey. And this is a large scale generation because we have got the panels, sun's rays, the direct rays incident over the panels, and then it gets reflected to the central receiver. And from the central receiver, we have got the storage tank, and from the storage tank, it has been bounded to the turbine, and the turbine is coupled to the steam turbine, and from that we are producing the mechanical energy, and then the electrical energy is coupled by means of the generation of the mechanical energy, and the exhaust steam has been again brought to the condenser. So here in this one, we are not spending any money for the procurement of the coal and all. Direct from the sun's rays, we are receiving the generation of the heat energy. And this is the parabolic trough collectors. If you go to Auroville, okay, they have got a separate parabolic trough collector for cooking purpose. Using that parabolic trough collector, they can even cook for 1,000 people a single day. So these are the dish antennas. Sun's rays has been concentrated over the dish antennas, by means of which you can able to see the red lines. And that red lines are nothing but the water pipelines. And that water pipelines will be steam has been generated, and that steam has been converted into mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is coupled to the generator, by means of which electricity has been generated. And these are the latest technologies. Okay, in all of our houses, you'll be having the panel, you'll be having the charge controller, battery system, inverter, and then we have got the AC power. Okay, just a simple mechanism only. So now we are not bothered with the inverter system or battery system. Everything is ready-made available. Just a physical connection is needed for going for this type of system is concerned. And just again a house model. Okay, from the panel we are giving to the inverter system. Okay, inverter, the basic role of the inverter is to convert the DC into AC power, and the AC power is given to the main fuse box, by means of which we can able to measure using the meters, and then we are given to the AC mines. Okay, this is a direct line. That is an autonomous system we can able to connect. And these are all the calculations. So here you can able to see how much solar energy is converted into electrical energy in terms of photovoltaic cells. So we have got a very important formula, that is efficiency in terms of electrical energy efficiency is equal to, that is a maximum power output divided by energy insolation multiplied by area of cross section. So a case study example also has been given. So what is the energy conversion efficiency for a 175 watt solar panel that measures the length of that building is 0.75 meters and the width of the building is 1.50 meters, and the solar insolation is 1000 watt per meter square. So if you substitute in the formula, you can able to get the efficiency is 175 watts. That is nothing but the maximum power output is 175 divided by the length area, that is 1.75 into 1.50. We can able to get 1.125 into 1000. That is nothing but the insolation. So area is nothing but 1.125 into 1000 is nothing but the insolation, and the efficiency is expressed in terms of percentage. So multiplied by 100, you can able to get the efficiency as 15.6%. Solar efficiency is minimum only, but you have to enrich. How you are going to enrich? By means of usage of the different types of materials. So instead of using monocrystalline material, you can able to use polycrystalline material. Like that, if you enrich means now we have got to the efficiency of 57%. We have gone. Okay, higher efficiency only we have got. And what is the vision of the power sector? A sustainable, viable, efficient, and competitive power sector, catalyzing the economic as well as social development. That is the vision arise with respect to that of the solar energy is concerned. So if you see with respect to the power in solar, so recently India has achieved a third global position in solar power deployment by surpassing the Italy country. Okay, so we have got an international, after the present government has taken the power with respect to central is concerned, they have created an alliance called International Solar Alliance, and in that our country as well as Africa continent is going to be the major players. So solar power capacity has increased by more than 11 times in the last 5 years, from 2.6 gigawatts in March 2015 to 30 gigawatts in July 2019. The installed solar energy capacity has increased by 30 times in the last 9 years. Okay, so almost it is going on increasing only, and this one is the last year information, and it is almost 90.76. So presently solar tariff in India is very competitive and has achieved grid parity. So these are the bar charts associated with respect to the solar energy consumption. Okay, you can have a glance. And this is the PV industry timeline. Okay, so right from 1981 onwards, slowly the industry was growing. Okay, you can see, and you can see by 2050. Okay, the year is also not another 25 years time. What do you mean by IEA? IEA predicts total installed capacity of the solar PV capacity will reach to 3000 gigawatts, almost 11% of the global energy consumption. So completely we will not be bounded with respect to that of the thermal energy. Completely we will be bounded with respect to the global energy production. So we are almost in this gap, that is between 2016 to 2050. So renewable energy results. So this is also a very important statistical pie chart. Almost 29.56% share has been made because of solar energy only. And this is with respect to the sector wise. It was calculated, obtained from the previous year. So 1 year back it has been obtained. And this one also with respect to the resources. So almost we have got plenty of resources: coal, oil, diesel, nuclear,